In this video, we're going to provide a demonstration of the integration between IndustrySelect and Zapier. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Zapier, Zapier is a universal API connector, and what that means is it connects virtually any two apps together to be able to transfer data from one app to the other. They have over 5,000 apps in their marketplace of apps that are available, and IndustrySelect is one of those apps. There are also dozens and dozens of sales and marketing related apps, everything from Salesforce to HubSpot, Dynamics, Zoho, virtually any CRM, email marketing software. They're all in that Zapier marketplace and available. So that means that if you have a Zapier account, you can move data between any of these apps very quickly and easily without having to do any custom programming. Now, in order for this to work, you will need a Zapier account. They have a free tier, but it's very limited in terms of the amount of data that you can move. So, most likely you're going to need at minimum their base level plan, which is around $20, $30 a month to give you access to the full marketplace and to be able to move a meaningful amount of data between various apps. Now, how it works is when you log into IndustrySelect, I've built a small list here of 94 companies. I'm going to go ahead and click and bring one up just to show you. There's an icon in the upper right corner here, and it has three dots. This icon would push this entire company profile, including all the executive names, to Zapier. So again, you can then take Zapier and make a connection with any other app to push it into your CRM, for example, or your email marketing software. If you scroll down a little bit further, next to the contact name, there's also another icon. And this does something similar, but this one, instead of pushing all the executive names, it just pushes this one single executive name along with all the company data. So again, if you were to want to push a particular contact into your CRM and you wanted to just pick the person that was the most suitable for what you're selling, the person that you want to contact, you just locate the icon next to their name and click that. So what we're going to do in our demonstration here is we're going to use our own Zapier account to build an integration to send company and contact data from IndustrySelect into Google Worksheets. Now, this is a very basic example. In reality, you're probably going to want to do something a little more fun or elaborate with it, like, sending it to your CRM or sending it to email marketing software. But for the purposes of the demonstration, Google Worksheets is just going to be the simplest and the most straightforward. So what I've done is I've created a Google worksheet called IndustrySelect Data, and I've got two tabs here at the bottom. I've got companies and I've got contacts. And I don't have a lot of fields in here, just the basic fields. Again, just to demonstrate how we can use this to push data from IndustrySelect through Zapier into another app. So with that set up, let's go ahead and log into my Zapier account. I'm going to click Create Zap. And the first thing we have to do is we have to define the trigger, and that's going to be IndustrySelect. So go ahead and search for IndustrySelect. And now we want to choose an event. So we have two triggers, the two that I had showed you. We have Send Company Profile, that's the icon in the upper right corner of the profile that sends the entire company profile along with all the contact names. And we have Send Contact Profile, and that was the icon that was next to the individual contact names that just sent that contact name along with all the other company information. So first we'll set up the Send Company Profile, and we're going to click Continue. So we have to sign in and connect to IndustrySelect. So it's going to bring up a pop-up window, and it's going to ask for your email address that you use to log into IndustrySelect, and it's going to ask for your API key. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here. The API key is found on the company information, the profile tab of your IndustrySelect account. So there is a link here to it. You just go ahead and click on that link. As long as you're logged into IndustrySelect, it's going to take you right to that page. And there's a 32-character API key that you're just going to copy and paste into this box, and then you're going to click Yes, Continue to IndustrySelect. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and do that, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back and we're signed in, and I would have showed you that, but it is, you want to keep your API key under tight security because that does give access into your account. So go ahead and keep that private when you're setting up your own, but I didn't want to show that here in the video. So now you'll see though we are logged in, so we're going to click Continue. And so now it wants to test the trigger. So go ahead and hit Test Trigger. And what this is going to do is it's going to just pull in some sample data that we've set up to show you what fields are available with the Send Company Profile trigger in IndustrySelect. So we've got sample data. We'll go ahead and continue. And now it's going to ask, what do we want to do with the data? In other words, where do we want to put this data when the button is pushed? And this is where I was saying you could, there's over 5,000 apps in Zapier. You can move it into virtually anything that you can think of. Here's HubSpot. You can have it fire off an email and Gmail. You can put something on your calendar. You can put it in your MailChimp account for email marketing. The possibilities are endless, but for our example, we're going to go into Google Sheets, into those spreadsheets that we had set up. So we're going to choose an event, and what we want to do is we want to create a spreadsheet row, and click continue. I've already signed in the same exact way to Google as I did with IndustrySelect. It asked for my Google account, email address, and password, so I go ahead and I typed that in. I'm signed in. So now that I'm signed into my Google account, it's going to ask which spreadsheet. So we have a spreadsheet in here called IndustrySelect Data that I've selected. And now we can pick the worksheet. We're going to choose that company tab that we had set up. So now here's the three fields. If I go back to my Google worksheet, see we had company ID, company name, and phone. Here's those three fields. And now we have to define what's going to go into each of those three fields. And as I click in there, you'll see here are all the fields available with the Send Company Profile trigger from IndustrySelect. So we have virtually any field that you can export from IndustrySelect, you can also push through Zapier. So we're going to do company ID. We'll go ahead and close that. Company name, same thing. I'm just going to, a lot of times it's easier just to search for it because there's a lot of fields. I do see the company name right up here at the top, so I'll go ahead and click that. Phone. Oh, phone's right up at the top. But if you didn't know what you were looking for, let's say you were looking for a fax number, you just type the word fax and it'll show you all the fields with that keyword. So go ahead and click phone and close that. And now we're going to click continue. And if I had more fields, they would all appear here. So if you're pushing this into a CRM, you're going to see every available field in your CRM there. So this is just showing us exactly what's going to happen. We're just going to click test. It's always a good idea to test it and make sure that the data goes in the way that you think. So it says a spreadsheet row is sent to Google Sheets 1 second ago. If I go back to Google Sheets, and there it is, Apache Stainless Equipment. That was the sample data that had come up. So let's go back, and now let's hit publish. Okay, and we're set up. So now, if we were to come back into IndustrySelect, as I navigate through these profiles, if I get to one that I think, hey, this is a great prospect, I want to send it to my CRM, or in this case, Google Worksheets. All I'm going to do now is just click that little three-dot icon. Company profile has been sent, and we can close it and go back to Google Sheets and see there it is. And every time we push that, it'll send it into here. So let's do one more quick one. This time, let's do the same thing, but let's do it with a contact. So we're going to connect IndustrySelect with Google Sheets. And we're going to do this time, we're going to do send contact profile. And we're going to create a spreadsheet row. So let's go ahead and get into this. So it's already got us now. Once you've logged into IndustrySelect through the API once, you're set to go with that. So we'll go ahead and continue. We can test the trigger. Here's our test data. And again, the send contact is virtually the same fields as if you were to send the company profile, but the main difference being it's just going to send the one contact name that you clicked on as opposed to sending all the contact names like it would when you send the full company profile. So we'll continue. Here's our Google Sheets. Again, it's still signed in. We're going to choose IndustrySelect Data as our spreadsheet. We're going to choose Contacts as the worksheet or the tab within that. Now here's, again, all the fields. Contact ID, company name, first name, last name, title. If I were to go back over to Contacts, here's those fields. That's where it's getting it from. So we're going to do company ID. going to do contact ID. Oops. Company name. First name. It's right there. Last name. Right there. Title is right there. Oops. Put it twice. And we'll hit continue. And let's go ahead and test it. So it sent it, our sample data. Let's go take a look. There it is. Apache Stainless Steel, Jerry DeWitt's Presidents. Click Publish. And now this second Zap is live. So now we go back to IndustrySelect and let's pull up Profile. You can scroll down. Let's say we want Angela Hartford, the Director of Marketing, in our Google spreadsheet, or in your case, in your CRM. Go ahead and click on that. Contact profile has been sent. Come over here, and there it is. And again, Google Worksheets here, just a very simple visual example, but that's how easy it is to move data from IndustrySelect into virtually any other app that's in the Zapier marketplace. So it's a very simple, straightforward process. You can turn these apps on or off at any time. If you can have different Zaps if you want to send it into different pieces of software, and you can turn them on and off at different times. You can even have multi-step Zaps where, for example, when you were to click the trigger inside IndustrySelect up here in the corner, you could have it fire off multiple steps. You could have it put it in a worksheet, send it to your CRM, put it into your MailChimp account, and fire off an introductory email to the customer, to the prospect. You can set up as many steps as you want within Zapier, as long as your Zapier account supports that. And so you can get very creative with what you're doing with the data from IndustrySelect as you push it into Zapier. You can have it do a variety of different things all at once and keep records of it, putting it into a worksheet or putting it into your CRM, sending off an email, putting a reminder on your calendar. The options are truly endless with Zapier, so it's a great platform. And that concludes our demonstration. If you have any questions, you are welcome to contact us. We did put together a web page, industryselect.com/about/API. And this provides an overview of the integration with Zapier. It shows you all of the available fields that we send to Zapier as part of these triggers. But we also have some links here up at the top that take you to various types of apps within that Zapier marketplace. So for example, sales and CRM apps, this will show you all the apps that are available. You can also search by keyword, but there are over 5,000 apps and they add hundreds every month. So it just continues to grow. Chances are if something that you want isn't in there today, it will be in the future, because virtually every app is going to be here inside this Zapier marketplace at some point. So again, this concludes the demonstration. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions you may have. Thank you.